A good Chodesh to all of our listeners. We are pleased to announce that we now have on our website online available for browsing the set of laws and customs of Rosh Chodesh. It is available on the website itself to be browsed with all of the footnotes, sources, and question and answers. As well, there is a PDF available for download regarding a one-page checklist and reminders of pertinent and relevant laws, and a general summary PDF, which is 18 pages. We will go through the reminders, the Rosh Chodesh reminders in today's lesson. Women avoid doing work which consists of sewing and laundry throughout the day of Rosh Chodesh. We avoid cutting nails and hair throughout the day of Rosh Chodesh. One is to eat a festive meal on the day of Rosh Chodesh, not the night, specifically the day, and it is best to wash on bread for this meal. One must be careful to eat or drink something at the very least before Chatzos and Rosh Chodesh in order so he does not fast. One is to increase in charity on Rosh Chodesh, and we avoid visiting a cemetery. One is to learn his chapter of Tehillim that corresponds to his age with the commentary of Rashi, arranging to split up the psukim, the verses in the chapter, in accordance to a method that one will have learned all of the verses with the Pirush of Rashi by the time he begins his next chapter by his next birthday. In davening, a mourner does not daven for the Amud. We recite Yalav V'Yaveh in Shemin Esrei of Ma'ariv, Shachris, and Mincha. We do not announce Yalav V'Yaveh prior to Ma'ariv or to Shachris on Rosh Chodesh. If one forgot to recite Yalav V'Yaveh by Ma'ariv Shemona Esrei, then he does not repeat the Shemona Esrei, although if he desires, he can repeat it as a Teres Nedava, as an optional prayer. Regarding one who forgot by Shachris or Mincha, then he must repeat Shemona Esrei, both by Shachris and Mincha, if he forgot Yalav V'Yaveh. However, if he only remembered that he forgot Yalav V'Yaveh of Shachris after he already davened Musaf, then he is not to redaven the Shemoneh Esrei of Shachris. Thus, one only repeats the Shemoneh Esrei of Shachris if he forgot Yalav V'Yaveh, if he remembered prior to davening Musaf. Regarding if one is in doubt as to whether he said Yalav V'Yaveh in Shachris and Mincha on Rosh Chodesh, then he is to repeat Shemoneh Esrei as a Teres Nedava as an optional prayer. In Hallel, we recite a blessing before and after Hallel, even if the davening is being done in private without a minyan. When davening with a minyan, many are accustomed to say the blessing to themselves, together with the chazan, or directly before or afterwards. However, from the letter of the law, one can be yotze together with the chazan's bracha. One can say Hallel any time throughout the day, up until Tzeis HaKichavim. Nevertheless, due effort is to be placed to say Hallel together with a minyan, as is brought in Pesachim. We stand throughout the recital of Hallel, and after the recital of Hallel, we recite the verse of Avram Zaken 3 times. After Avram Zaken, the Chazan recites Kadesh Shalom with Tiskabel, which is then followed by Shir Shel Yom, Heshienu, and Baruch Nafshi. The Torah reading is read from the portion of Rosh Chodesh. 4 Aliyahs are called up to the Torah, and that is then followed by Ashreinu V'Latzion, omitting Lam Natseach, and the Torah scroll is only returned to the ark after V'Latzion. Nevertheless, in Chabad, the minhag is that the Chazan does not conclude the final words of a V'Latzion, and rather the congregation all say it silently without concluding it at all. We wear a Rabbeinu Tam tefillin before Musaf, and we remove all the tefillin before beginning Kaddish of Musaf. As a directive of the Rebbe, the Chazan of Musaf is to recite a psalm of Tehillim, a kapitel of Tehillim aloud prior to beginning the Kaddish before Musaf. After the conclusion of davening, we recite Lam Natseach, Psalm 20, before the recital of that day's Tehillim. When benching on Rosh Chodesh, we recite Yalav V'Yaveh. This applies whether one began eating before Rosh Chodesh and is concluding on Rosh Chodesh. If he ate a kazayis of bread on Rosh Chodesh, then he recites Yalav V'Yaveh. And likewise, if he began the meal on Rosh Chodesh and is concluding it after Rosh Chodesh, he recites Yalav V'Yaveh in benching, so long as he has not yet davened Ma'ariv. If one forgot Yalav V'Yaveh in benching, he does not repeat benching. However, if we remember before beginning the first word of Baruch Atah Hashem Atei V'Ameitiv, then he is to recite the special additional bracha, which is called Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Ha'olam Shenasan Reish Chadashim La'amna Yisrael L'Zikarim. In benching, we recite Migdal instead of Makdil. A good Chodesh to all of our listeners.